Let's talk dating after divorce, plastic surgery edition. Because I got plastic surgery almost 2 years ago. I got plastic surgery after losing 110 pounds on a GLP-1 medication. I got a tummy tuck. I got a breast reduction and a lift. I got lipo 360. And I have a scar from basically like hip to hip. And then I have a lollipop scar here. It was probably my biggest insecurity when approaching dating because obviously when you've been dating somebody, things are going to get a little intimate and you're going to show yourself. You know what I mean? My scars have always taken a long time to heal. I cut myself in college and it took about 5 years for my scar to fade to this white, even with intervention. So while I had plastic surgery almost 2 years ago, my scar is still pretty dark. It is still like not a faded white line yet. And that's just how my body heals when it comes to scars. And I knew that. I do use scar cream. I do use the Mederma. I've done all the things and it just takes my body a long time. And I don't know why that is, but it's probably just the way that my complexion heals. However, the ones that are on my breasts that like go this way, they're barely noticeable. So I guess it just really determines like how big of a trauma it was. I had about 10 pounds of loose skin removed just from my core alone. So, you know. But I approached this with my current partner because he is actually the only person I've ever been intimate with outside of my marriage in the last, what is that, like 14 years? But I told him straight up, I was like, hey, I just want to let you know that like I had plastic surgery. I take a GLP-1 medication. I like my forehead frozen. I like my face frozen. Like I'm one of those girls. And I don't want you to be shocked and jarred when you start taking things off and you see a scar across my stomach or a scar here. I was very transparent because again, there are some guys who just are like, no, I'm not really interested in that. Plus, obviously the package looks great off the street and in clothes, but like, you know, when you look like Frankenstein a little bit underneath, you know, it makes you just a little bit insecure. Of course, paid hit no mind. He was like, I don't care. I like you. I don't care about like, you know, what's going on in your body, da da da. And to this day, I mean, we've been together for 9 months now and he's never ever made me feel insecure about it. He tells me I'm beautiful every single day, calls me sexy, like all of the things, and just is a tremendous partner. So if you are dating after divorce or dating after plastic surgery or anything like that, just be very clear and upfront with your partner about what is going on. And to be fair, I really just don't think that they care. I really just don't think that they care. Does it affect anything? Well, I don't know what it, but it doesn't affect any of like the functions that you need to function. So anyways, that's how I handled it. Have a good day.